start their own business.
Reverse engineer your truth. It's all self-awareness and then putting yourself in a position to succeed.
I mix patience with ambition and hope that I get gratitude. Other times I hope that I get Spanish chicks with attitude.
No, it's not easy telling your truth.
Yo, what's up, man? What's up? Y'all, the vlog, the viewers, whoever's watching, probably nobody. JK, I know somebody's watching and I appreciate you so much. Even though, like, you know, I'm just starting out and I barely have people watching. It feels like nobody's watching, but I know there's people watching and I appreciate y'all so much. And if not now, at some point, you know, as I've said before, at some point when I make it, people are going to go back and try to figure out how the fuck did this motherfucker get so big, get so far, get so successful, or how is he so happy, and how is he doing all this shit. Yeah, that's what my intention here. You know, document the process so that when I am somewhere, people can go back and get an idea on how they can do it themselves. I'm leaving a blueprint and putting it on fucking YouTube called Documenting My Truth. And everybody should follow their truth. You know, I say get an idea because you're going to have your own truth. You're going to have your own gift. You're going to have your own, you have your own self-awareness and your own ideals and your own vision for what your life, for what you want your life to look like. So, but there's a lot of fundamentals that are the same, that don't change. There's a lot of fundamentals that are the same for every human being. But yeah, today I just wanted to put in this little vlog. I gotta work at 4. I'm gonna work on this beat. And oh yeah, when I woke up, I meditated. I did some yoga. And or no, I didn't meditate. I did yoga. I didn't meditate. But I did yoga, which is a form of meditation. As long as I'm doing at least one of those, I try to do both, but I'm just following what I feel. You know, right now I want to make music. And as I've said before, it's a continuous realization. So just because you're not meditating, closing your eyes and doing this, doesn't mean that you can't grow spiritually. There's a lot of ways to practice spirituality, whether it's detachment, whether it's focusing on your breath while you're doing something, whether it's becoming mindful of your thoughts as you go about your day. It's a constant effort, moment to moment effort, and I'm just going with what I feel, man. That's how I'm feeling. Intuition is the rhythm that I'm grooving with. That's some real shit right there, Russ. Real motherfucking shit. So yeah, I'm just following my intuition. I'm gonna make this beat, and I'm gonna leave it at that right now. So I was only able to make like a little pattern because I gotta go to work. I had to make my food for today and my green juice. So just listen to this real quick.
It's usually their pattern.
Oh shit, not that. Just watching tutorials, you know. That's just the beginning. Whenever I get back from work, I'll probably keep on working on it. Depends what I feel I gotta do. Adapting intuitively as always. And I gotta go. I'm late at work. Yo, what's up? What's up, everybody watching? Just got back from work, and now I'm finna continue to share what I learned from this book, Sadhguru's book. Or Inner Engineering, a Yogi's Guided Joy. This book is amazing, man. Like every fucking page, I swear, every page is like a slap of wisdom. It's really good. So on this page, he's saying that when it comes to like our external circumstances, everybody has different capabilities, right? Like everybody has their own gifts. And limitations and capabilities, you know, in short. But when it comes to our internal reality, every human being has the potential, has the same potential. We are all equally capable when it comes to our inner realities. And he's saying that once you master certain inner realities, once you master your inner realities, your journey, he's saying that your journey through life becomes basically effortless. It becomes way more easier to handle life, and effortless, as he said. That's the word he uses. He says, once you master certain yogic technologies of inner well-being, your journey through life becomes absolutely effortless. And he's basically saying that you're able to express yourself at your fullest potential without any stress or strain. Strain, I'm not even sure what that word means. I gotta look for that definition. So, as I said on the past episode, when I read the book, to experience well-being, first you need to master your first three bodies, which is your mind, body, and energy. And he's saying that yoga, the essence of yoga, is really the science of aligning these three dimensions so that you're able to reach the ultimate state of ecstatic, here's what he says, so that you're able to reach the ultimate state of ecstatic union with life itself. So, and he says there's a few ways to be able to reach this union. And he goes on to explain 4 ways. Let me tell you which ways they are. He's saying, if you employ your physical body to reach this ultimate union, we call this karma yoga, or the yoga of action. If you employ your intelligence to reach your ultimate nature, we call this Jnana yoga, the yoga of intelligence. If you employ your emotions to reach your ultimate nature, we call this Bhakti yoga, the yoga of devotion. And if you use your energies to reach the supreme experience, we call this Kriya yoga, the yoga of transforming energies. And he's saying that every human being is a combination of all of these 4 elements, or all these 4 aspects: karma, jnana, bhakti, and kriya. And he's saying that if we really want to get anywhere spiritually, all these four aspects of our well-being, of our bodies, or just our inner reality, these 4 have to function in an integrated way. If these 4 dimensions, body, mind, emotion, and energy, don't walk together, you will be one big mess. And then he goes on to tell a story which I think is really, really cool. He goes on to say, he says there's 4 men walking in the forest. The first one was Jnana yogi. The second one was Bhakti yogi. The third one was Karma yogi. And then the fourth one was the Kriya yogi. And keep in mind, those 4 names that I just mentioned are the 4 dimensions that I just explained. The 4 type of yogas: intelligence, action, devotion, and the yoga of transforming energies. So again, yeah, the first, the Jnana yogi, the Bhakti yogi, the Karma yogi, and the Kriya yogi. They were walking in the forest. And he says that usually these four yogis can never be together. And the Ghana yogi is the yoga of intellect, who typically has a complete disdain for everybody else, particularly these devotional types who look upward and chant God's name all the time. They look like a bunch of idiots to him. But the Bhakti yogi, a devotee, the one that reaches the union through devotion, thinks that all this Ghana and karma and Kriya yoga is a waste of time. He pities, however you say that, pities, I'm not even gonna try to say that. He feels bad for others who don't see that all you need to know is that all you need to do is know that God exists. Hold his hand and walk in trust. That's the devotional yogi. The Bhakti yogi, the one that lives in devotion. And he says that all this mind-splitting philosophy, this bone-bending yoga is absurd to him. Then there is Karma yogi, the man of action, the yogi of action. He thinks that every other type is just lazy. Their lives are pure self-indulgence. But then there's the Kriya yogi, who is the most disdainful of all. He laughs at everybody. Don't they know that existence is just energy? If you don't transform your energy, whether you long for God or for anything else, nothing is going to happen. There can be no transformation. These four people usually cannot get along. But suddenly, on a day, it started raining. And it got really bad. It was a storm. And the four yogis started running, looking desperately for shelter. And the devotional man, or the devotional yogi, said, there's an ancient temple in this direction. Let's go there. He puts, as a devotee, he was particularly familiar with the geography of temples. They ran in that direction, and they got to the temple and realized that the temple, it was in ruins. There was barely any of the temple left. So there was a really small temple because the other parts of the temple was just ruins. And so they all had to go to that small spot, right? They rushed into the temple, and not out of any love for God, but just to escape the rain. And they had to go to that center, or the place where there was the roof, and there was no other place to go, so they moved closer and closer. Finally, there was no alternative. They just sat down and embraced the idol. Because in the middle of the temple there was an idol, or an idol. I don't know what an idol is. There was a deity in the center. I'm guessing like a statue or something. Anyways, so they just sat down and embraced that statue or that idol. I'm not sure what that is. And the moment these four people hugged the idol, suddenly God appeared. In all their minds was the same question. Why now? They wondered. We expounded so many subtle and arcane philosophies, worshipped at every possible sacred shrine, great and small, selflessly served so many people, did so much body-breaking penance, but you never showed up. Now we're just escaping the rain, and you show up. Why? God said, at last, you four idiots got together. Yoga is quite simply the science of bringing the four idiots together. The science of bringing these four dimensions together. It's inclusive. It's an inclusive system because life is inclusive itself, and you can't leave any one of these dimensions out because that's the reality. They all work together. Even if you don't, if you're not aware of them, they're there. And if you want to get to this ultimate union, you got to be able to have these 4 dimensions work together, work in integrated ways, how he said. And he goes on to say, right now for most people, these 4 dimensions are aligned in different directions. Your mind is thinking one way, your emotions are pulling you another way, your physical body another way, and your energy another way. And he says that it is time to plunge into the adventure of self-alignment, into the remarkable empirical system that is yoga. One that enables you to be both an alchemist, an experiment, subject, and object at the same time. And he says that the next section of this book turns pragmatic. Having mapped the terrain, we now embark on a real journey, a conscious journey of self-discovery and self-reclamation. We will explore the nature and possibilities of the first 3 yogic layers or sheets, namely body, mind, which includes thought and emotion, and energy. It would also introduce you to strategies by which you can turn each of these layers into a tool for transformation, an instrument of knowing. He says that there's so much talk of God and heaven mainly because human beings have not realized the immensity of being human. It is obvious that the very source of life is throbbing within you in some way. The source of life is also the source of every other. The source of your life is also the source of every other life, and the source of all creation. This dimension of intelligence or consciousness exists in every one of us. The deliverance of every human being lies in finding access to this deathless dimension. To be joyful and peaceful within yourself every moment of your life, to be able to perceive life before its physical limitations. These are not superhuman qualities. These are human possibilities. Yoga is not about being superhuman. It is about realizing that being human is super. Hey. This book is amazing. I'm going to be reading next. I got to part 2 of the book, which he's going to get more practical about how to go about this self-alignment, aligning these 4 dimensions, giving more specific techniques and ways to dive deeper into these dimensions and self-alignment. So yeah, the next part it's gonna be 3 sections: body, mind, and energy, and he's just gonna go deep into each section on how to access a deeper dimension within those, to dive deeper and have more access into these dimensions, body, mind, and energy. So once I get to that, I'm definitely gonna keep on just explaining this book and sharing what I learned from this book, because this is amazing. I think everybody should have this book. Once again, hey, if you want to read it yourself and not wait for me to explain it, go check it out, man. This book is the shit. This book is my Bible, and I'm not even playing when I say that. But yeah, there's a lot of other books that I've read, spiritual books, that have really impacted my perspective, and not just spiritual books, just personal development books or different books. There's a lot of books out there that can really change your perception, but this one it's the best one I've read yet, and I haven't even finished it. I'm not even halfway, but I can tell just because every single page is like, holy fuck, just so much clarity. So many questions of mine, confusions of mine, just getting clarified, and the ways he explains it and conveys the message is really, really amazing, and engaging, and truthful, scientific. Like, he doesn't tell you to believe anything. He makes it a scientific process, because yoga, how it started, it started as a science. A science of what? A science of self-discovery, a science of realization. Basically, the science of what we call spirituality, which he normally doesn't use because he feels that the word spirituality is very contaminated, or is very, people don't usually have, he thinks that people have the wrong idea of what spirituality is, so he tries to stay away from the word spirituality. But yeah, the science of spirituality, basically, the science of self-realization, the science of self-awareness, the science of our consciousness. It's all of that. The science of the truth. Shit. The science of getting to the point where you're able. The science of aligning your body and your energies, and the science of aligning your inner realities to the point where you gain access to the truth, where you gain access to a higher dimension, or a perception of truth. You gain a deeper perception of what life really is, and you're able to see life as it is and not as you think it is. And this may be going over your head, and trust me, a lot of what I read here still goes over my head, but I know I got the North Star right. I know that I just gotta dive deep myself and see it for myself, and that's what I want for every single one of you. Everything that I'm saying, don't believe it. Anything that I say, don't believe it. Just try it for yourself and see for yourself. Experience it. I don't want to believe anybody's truth. I don't want to believe anybody's experience of the truth. I want to have my own experience of the truth, and that's how everybody should look at it. And as I said before, spirituality is having your own, how I see it. Religion is believing in somebody else's experience of the truth, while spirituality is having your own experience of the truth. And what's more important than the fucking truth about who you are or what you are? You know, our purpose here, I believe our purpose here is to find the truth, to see life, if there is a purpose, such purpose. The most important thing in our lives should be to realize what the fuck is the truth. Or not. Like, what else? Live a lie? That's the alternative. To live a lie. To not find the truth. To never have clarity, gain clarity on who you are, or what this life is. That's the alternative. So you don't think a very top priority in our lives, or the first priority, should be finding what the truth is? Aligning our perception with the truth, in order to see life as it is? You don't think that should be our purpose? If not that, then what? As he said, like, our external realities, our external circumstances, our gifts, and what we can give to the world is all different. We all have different capabilities, we all have a different path, but our inner reality, our consciousness, our mind and body, you know, we all have that same capabilities and that same potential within us. So no, you're not excluded from this truth. You're a human being with a consciousness. There's no way to be excluded from this truth. So there's no way to be excluded from this path. You just gotta find your way. Eventually, you will. There's no way around it. Unless you just decide to ignore the truth and live a life for the rest of your life. For your life. And shit, they say, even then, like, if it is true that our souls don't die, if it is true, because I don't know, it's not in my experience yet, but all the spiritual leaders say it is true that we live on forever, that our souls don't die. Then if that's true, you put that disclaimer in there, that's true, then in your next life, you are gonna repeat the same. You're gonna be at a lower point of your evolution, you know, like you're gonna stay stagnated. Your soul is not gonna evolve to its potential. And I think if all this is true, which I really believe it is, but believing it makes no use. I'm gonna find out for myself, experience it for myself. My bad for that. If it is true, then they say that even if you live a lie the rest of your life, whenever you live again, you're gonna be back at zero. Are you gonna keep living a life forever and ever and ever and ever? And ever and ever and ever? No. Eventually you're gonna find your way. You have to. There's no way around it. You can't escape from the truth. You can only ignore it and pretend it's not there. But honestly, that it's no way to live, man. It's not. Compared to what you're able to experience while being on this path of truth, there's no comparison. Not at all. 0 to 100. Living a lie. Let me tell you, living a lie, I think that's what Jesus meant whenever he talked about hell. And heaven was realizing that truth. I deeply believe this. I'm firmly convinced. I deeply believe that when Jesus talked about heaven and hell, these were on earth. These were real life metaphors of what of different stages of our consciousness. The lowest being in ignorance, living a lie. That's hell. You go through misery. You're miserable. Maybe not miserable, but you're not experiencing life to its fullest potential. And you're going through life with brakes on, basically, by living this lie. And heaven would be realizing this truth and being on this path and accessing this different dimensions or higher dimensions, diving deeper into what our true human potential is. Not only diving deeper, you know, and trying to seek for the truth, seek for these dimensions, but live them, manifest them within yourself. When Jesus said, "The kingdom of God within me is the kingdom of God within you," that's what he meant. That's what his message was going for. Same with Buddha, same with Krishna, same with most spiritual leaders who had an honest realization of what the truth was or what their human potential was, and they try to share it. And along the way, it may have gotten corrupted, or it may have gotten misinterpreted. And I believe religion did corrupt, or at least Christianity, because that's the one I know the most. I don't want to say religion as a whole, but Christianity and just the religion that stemmed from Jesus, I believe along the way, many of the truths got twisted, or were not given the full truth. I don't believe we're given the full truth in the Bible. I believe that along the way, his message got distorted. His message got, I think it may have started as misinterpretation, but then it turned into a form of manipulation and power expansion. A way to impose fear and expand their empire. Let me leave it at that. That's enough for a vlog. It's 26 minutes on this. It's almost 30 minutes. It's gonna be 30 minutes because I recorded some shit in the morning. So I hope y'all learned something from this. And yeah, man. Once you get the message, hang up the phone. If you know what I'm talking about, man, go manifest your truth. You have no business watching me. You already know what you gotta do. Buy this goddamn book. That's what you gotta do. But nah, honestly, I'm doing my best here to share what I know and help inspire other people to manifest their own potential. That's the whole point of this channel. Everybody's at a different point in their evolution, and I think one of my purpose, one of my life's purpose, and one of my gifts is being able to communicate and being able to help other people reach this truth for themselves. And the most effective way I'll be able to do that is if I'm living that path myself. So yeah, man, that's what this is all about. Manifesting my true human potential and inspiring you to do the same, and just documenting the whole process to kind of leave a blueprint on how to get there. And I got a very funny feeling that once I'm there, or once other people notice that I'm there and I'm able to manifest it or convey this truth and make it self-evident through my own words, my wisdom, my way of living, my state of being, once that is self-evident, that I'm really at that place where Jesus was and Buddha was, then people, I got a really funny feeling that people are gonna want to know how. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. One thing I really hope, and I got really good hopes, and I got a really optimistic mindset about everybody being able to reach this truth, no matter what, no matter who you are, no matter how poor you are, no matter how rich you are, no matter what your past is, what you may have done. Everybody can reach this truth. Everybody can align with the truth and reach higher levels of consciousness and really manifest their true potential. Everybody's capable of doing this, and if we all do this, we can reach way more or way higher levels than if we don't. If we all unified and really zeroed in, or if we all collectively unified and manifested this true potential that I'm talking about, our achievements as a civilization, our whole progress, the progress of our civilization would skyrocket. What we're able to do as human beings and achieve as human beings would skyrocket. It would. So I'm gonna leave it at that. Much love to everybody. As I said, I really hope this helps y'all. This definitely helps. It helps me to share my truth, because I feel like this is what I should be doing. So it fulfills me. Like, I feel good when when I speak my truth in front of the camera, because I know at some point somebody's gonna watch this, somebody's gonna be able to get something from it, and yeah, that's the whole thing. I want to inspire people, help people. So, good night. Or, shit, I shouldn't have said good night. I'm going to bed, shit. It's almost 2 in the morning. But y'all have a great day, or a great night, or a great evening. Have a great life. Fuck, man. Go manifest your potential. The crap. You got a fly or something right there. You know, I'm even practicing compassion with flies. I usually just kill them, but I heard that they only have like 24 hours of life. So shit. He'll be gone tomorrow. Alright, peace out, y'all. Much love. Go manifest. Realize and manifest.
Intuition, that's the rhythm that I'm grooving with. Tell me what's your energy. Show me what you're moving with. I ain't new to this. I'm stupid.
The only real revolution happens right inside of you. I said what good is taking over when we know what you're gonna do. The only real revolution happens right inside of you.